Coronavirus. Wear a mask in public. Stay at least 6 feet apart from others. And get tested. Join us and fight the spread. Visit scdheck.gov/COVID-19.
Coping with COVID is brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. Also, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Center. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their life. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Center at agapects.com. And Columbia Housing Authority. The agency is looking for stories from former residents of Allen Benedict Court to retain some of the property's rich history. In its 80-year life, Allen Benedict Court has been home to some of the country's elite, including a Grammy Award-winning performer, corporate executives, national television celebrities, a host of doctors, lawyers, and NBA greats. So share your pictures, mementos, and memories at chcares@chasc.org. Coping with COVID, brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Columbia Housing Authority, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connection.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Hey there, I'm Tre Tailor, and you are watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Well, it's the first day of school for many students across the country, and while school may look different, we pray for strength, focus, perseverance, and flexibility for students and parents, too. We're giving you some comic relief today with Fun Day Monday with J. Anthony Brown. Jay joins us today. There he goes. And hey, Jay, how you doing? Good.
I'm doing good. How you doing? I love the Wakanda look. I love it. Go ahead on.
Is it the choker? What is it?
You got the colors, the whole look. You got the when they make Panther 2, you in it. You good. You set.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
I received that.
I'm bringing in that blessing. Huh?
I hear you. I received. Look, Wakanda forever. COVID forever.
That was so sad. Wasn't that sad that he passed away like that? Oh my goodness. It
was so sad, and it was so. But as the story comes out, his courageousness of how he dealt with his illness while making all of those movies is incredible. The story.
I was saying off air, somebody should do a movie about him because, even when I was dealing with cancer, I still went to work, and it wasn't. For me, I don't know what he went through, but for me, you're going through dealing with cancer, but the work is something that helps you get your mind off what you're dealing with, and
absolutely,
so that's what he went through, and he finished some great projects.
Great projects. We'll talk about that later because I do want to talk about that. And then Jay was supposed to have a guest today. And you know what, Jay? I'm thinking that maybe she's on Central Time, where I'm on Eastern Time. I put 2 p.m. Eastern, but hopefully she's going to be joined by us. Her name is
if she doesn't, we got it. We're going
to roll with it. That's right. Erica Mead is the only African American woman from South Central LA to write, produce, and direct her horror film. So
films. That's how I produce scary movies, and I'm watching a scary HBO special now called Lovecraft Country, which stars on one of the Smollett kids, and this lady is killing it. If there's anybody out there who's watching what we're doing right now, and you're watching Lovecraft Country, it is amazing. It's one of the best shows on television. It's just it's and I know you're not a horror flick person.
I'm not a horror flick person because I get nightmares. I couldn't even watch Erica's 3-minute horror clip in a broad daylight in my office. I couldn't watch it.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Trash talkers.
See what happened? I didn't knock him off. He knocked himself off. We're gonna come right back with Jay talking trash about me. But first, your COVID community updates. USC football coach Will Muschamp canceled all practices today, and his team, along with the other school athletes, could address recent social justice issues in our country. The group met in front of the Russell House this morning, many of his students stating that they are concerned about the unrest in our country. Numerous tributes to South Carolina's son Chadwick Boseman came in over the weekend. The governor ordered flags half-staffed at the State House, and now an online petition is being circulated in the actor's hometown of Anderson, requesting that city replace a Confederate statue in front of the town's courthouse with one of Boseman. The petition states the community should come together to honor a hometown hero who was able to change the movie industry. It continues by saying there's no need for political controversy in making the decision. And Benedict College is the new site of the new COVID testing. Beginning today through September 30th, the public can make an appointment for free rapid testing. Now, you must pre-register by calling 803-705-4351. The number to pre-register for free COVID testing at Benedict College is right there at the bottom of the screen. SCDHEC continues their ongoing COVID testing for the most up-to-date locations, times, dates, and locations. Please check the scroll at the bottom of the screen. Also, at the bottom of the screen, information if you want to get a COVID test and need some transportation. The DHEC Care Line is available. Also, do you want to host COVID testing at your event or in your neighborhood? You can call them, DHEC, for information on that also. SC Thrive continues to give their $1,500 in rental assistance to anyone in South Carolina that needs it. SC Thrive /COVID-19 rental assistance. Plus, Dominion Energy is giving you payment plans and payment arrangements. They said they won't call and harass you, and they will not cut off your service. Contact your local Dominion Energy office for more information. Next week, we're going to talk to the folks with Dominion Energy. So if you've got a question, they've got some answers for you. Mask Up Columbia. SC.com is the website you need to go to right now. Post a picture of yourself in a cool mask, and then get your family and friends to like it. You never know. You could win some great prizes from the city of Columbia. It's Mask Up, ColumbiaSC.com. Finally, if you or someone you know is 65 years and above, there are 2 locations this week that you can pick up some absentee ballot applications. Now, on Thursday from 10 a.m. until 12:30 at Jerusalem Baptist Church in Hopkins, and 10 until 12:30 Friday at the Meeting Place behind Columbia Mall. At that location on Friday, they're giving away free masks. So again, 65 and older, you can stop by Jerusalem on Thursday, the Meeting Place on Friday, pick up some free masks, and get your absentee ballot application. Plus, tomorrow we start our birthday giveaway. That's right, September 13th is my birthday, but we're giving you the prizes all month long. You'll get a reusable Coping with COVID mask, 10 free disposable masks from Palmetto Media Connections and the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunity. Also, gift cards from the European Wax Center, New York High Style, Deneen the Coffee Queen. Shout out to Deneen because she is a brand new birthday giveaway sponsor, and also a Jesus Calling sampler. And we are supposed to also have some products from Hotter Than a Mofo. We are supposed to get those. So hopefully we'll get those Hotter Than a Mofo products.
You ain't supposed to get. Well, you didn't say
Well,
other stuff. You didn't say none of that about you ain't supposed to.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. I've got everything but that.
You will get it. You will get it.
So I don't want to promise something that I cannot.
Definitely don't want to do that.
I don't, because you know what? They're not going to be mad at J. Anthony Brown. They're going to be mad at me. That's right.
I'm in California, yeah. So find me if you can, yeah, whatever. Okay, but I'll make it.
We can't even find you every Monday right here.
I'll make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen.
Look, this is what we came up with. This is Sierra, who helps with Lauren to produce. We came up with this, Jay.
Where's Jay? I love that. I love that. Send me that. I need that. I need to put that on my.
Okay, that's right. Where's Jay today?
This is so cool because you either got where's Jay or will Jay please stop calling. So I'd rather have where's Jay than tell him.
I'm not here.
And I'd be like, Trey, I can see you. I'm okay. I'm looking right at you.
Marvell Williams Mendenhall says hello. Hey there, Marvell. Thank you so much for joining us.
Marvell, how you doing? Yes.
Yeah, she also says the strength he had to preserve is unbelievable. Yeah, we were talking also. Hi to Colette Thornton. She says, mask up the world, Colette. That's right. People got to mask up in this house. I tell you.
I just watch, when you watch Trump and all these people. And
at the White House. And our governor was there. What? That's right. Our governor was there too.
They had a little thing on the internet, picture of Herman Cain and a picture of the crowd, and it says, I'll see y'all shortly.
Wow. Is it too soon for that?
No, it's never too soon. When you're a comic and something happens and you think of a joke, you got to do it. It's never too soon, because if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And
right.
So,
and it's timely. You got to hit it. You got to get it while it getting's good.
Yeah.
Marvell says her boyfriend, Richard Bell's birthday is this Thursday, September. Is that like Richard Cool Bell from Kool and the Gang, Marvell?
Right, yeah.
Wasn't his name? Yeah, Richard Cool Bell. Also, Marvell says Low Craft Country is the bomb. She says she loves that show.
Bomb. I'm telling you, last night's episode was so scary. What
is it about? What's the premise behind the show?
The premise of the show is the lead character, and I need to get the names of these people. It comes from the war, but he's a science fiction. He delves in science fiction.
Uh-huh.
So, and while he's in the war, his mind trips back and forth through science fiction thoughts. So when he comes home, what he's trying to do is find his missing father. His father is missing, and it turns out his father is in a place called Lovecraft Country.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, what it's connected is civil rights movements, little vignettes, along with horror. If you figure that could happen, and they did it.
So the civil rights movement was a horrible thing. It was horrible.
So those two worlds really connect in terms of the evil and a lot of things that they did to Black people. I just love it. I've been watching that. And last night was the third episode, and the Smollett lady, I cannot remember her name.
Jessie Smollett's sister.
Yeah, she was amazing. She really was amazing in last night's episode.
Yeah, I don't watch that. I don't watch, but you know what? And Felicia just texted me. She said, and just like I said, she was thinking it was Central, because she's out in LA, right? She's out in LA with you.
In LA, yeah.
Yeah, well, she said she thought it was I didn't think you all guys were doing it at 10 a.m. Well, it would have been 11. It's 11 a.m. where you are, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So is she coming on? Is she coming?
Well, she said she's not home. She's out and about. She really could connect on her phone. So
let's hope so. Yeah, because what she does, I don't know how old but she's a young person who produces horror films. And you really don't meet that a lot in terms of in Hollywood. She's produced about 7 or 8. One is up to be introduced into a film festival that she does. And she does blood and gore and and lights and stuff. Like you said, you couldn't even watch the 3 minutes because it's just scary.
Yeah. Thaddeus Jones says it's Journey Smollett. Her name is Journey.
Journey Smollett is her name, right? Journey Smollett. And last night she was amazing. She really was, what she did last night.
Thaddeus says it's set during the time of civil rights and Jim Crow.
Definitely. Yeah. With science fiction and mystery. Definitely.
Wow, that's very interesting. That's very interesting.
And what's so good about it, people who have really been watching this show, if you watch it on HBO and you have Sirius right after the show, the writers and the producers have a 45-minute discussion.
Oh, wow.
What you just saw, which is what I'm going to do with
next time you show?
No, my girl in LA, since she makes her.
Erica.
Erica's going to do a podcast about it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Thaddeus says she was fantastic. He said the writing is great. Well, here's the thing. I don't have HBO. I do have Sirius, but I don't have HBO.
You could, if you don't have HBO, you could download the podcast, and they talk about the episodes that you just saw. And I listen to podcasts a lot. You know.
Yeah, I do too.
Which one of your favorites that you listen to? I like crime. Now, you ever listen to Criminal?
No.
What about Dirty John? Did you ever listen to one?
Dirty John.
Dirty John was this doctor they made a movie about it that just loved killing people. I mean, he really did, and I listened to that one. I love horror. And
you love horror. See, I don't like horror movies. I don't. When I was growing up, my brother and my mother would watch horror movies, and they would watch sci-fi, and they would watch westerns. I think my mother thought she was Kitty. Like Kitty from Gunsmoke. Matt Dillon. But she thought she was Miss Kitty. So, but I never, and because I was younger, I just had to watch it because, it was during that time, it was one TV in the house until that Christmas where we all got a TV. But so I just I get afraid. I'm scary like that. I don't like.
You know what? Before you started to do the news.
And you know what? And that's why you got cut off, because you was getting ready to talk trash about me.
Trash talkers are the scariest people that you ever want to meet. Those are the people that'll be in the car and I wish the police would. Yeah. And then soon as the light, all right, everybody be quiet. My daughter reminds me of that person because she's like this, Keisha, you met Keisha.
Yeah.
And scary, and just like scary. And also she's 0 to 60 and will cry in a heartbeat. Just like, So I hope that's not you.
It's not. I don't think I'm not a trash talker. You think I'm a trash talker?
What?
I don't think I'm a trash talker. Now listen, I don't think I'm a trash talker, but if trash talking is being done, I'm not going to initiate the trash talking. But if we are in a situation where there is trash talking being done, I will step up to the plate.
I have a quick question because my friends that live in LA, they want to watch this. How can they watch the show? That's when I can.
Well, the show is on it's streaming on your page. It's streaming on YouTube. And
it's called Coping with COVID.
It's called Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor. And I post it to your page on Facebook. So it's streaming on my page on Facebook, is streaming on your page on Facebook, and it's streaming on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. So I would love for them to, So, so you need to share it out. Who handles your Facebook?
Maisha, my assistant, Maisha handles it. All right. With Ross, the gadget show.
The gadget guy. Yeah.
The gadget guy. And so she posts everything for me.
So why don't you hook me up with Maisha? So that Maisha can share it out, because I actually go and post it on your page. But then if Maisha, she has some, she can share it out. She can share it out. Excuse me, y'all. My bra strap's showing. This was not a good idea.
When I was heavier, I used to have that same bra.
Your bra strap used to show.
My bra strap would show. But I've lost.
Don't you just hate
that? Can I say something about these are glasses. These are not shades, okay? These are my prescription. They're just dark, okay? So
well, why are they dark? Why are they dark?
I love dark. I love them dark. I love them so people can't see my eyes. I can check things out when.
Yeah. So and people do think that they do look like shades, and you wear them, and so you wear them in. And obviously you wear them inside too. Now, are they the transitions where they do?
No, these stay dark. They no.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see very well. Yes.
Can you see clearly now?
It's so weird because it's dark on my side of the set, and on your side,
right? It's night and day.
It's night and day, right?
Which was an Al B. Sure song.
I know that. So we're doing good. So I got that out of the way.
All right. So listen. So your show debuts.
Not my show.
Oh, okay. Assisted Living.
It's called Assisted Living, and it stars David and Tamala Mann.
So who is it? Their show? Whose show is it?
I would say it's their show. It's their show. I would say they're the main stars. I mean, they've been in this business longer than I have in terms of on screen. So. But the first 7 or 8 episodes, they're not there because their characters don't show up. The
Okay.
premise of the show, it's called Assisted Living. Let me get these people's names because I've been saying them wrong. You have them. You listed
Yeah.
them.
Okay, we're getting ready to show the trailer to Jay's new. Well, it's not Jay's new show. It's Tyler
Jay
Perry's new show.
Man, produced by Mr. Tyler Perry, written by Mr. Tyler Perry.
All right, Assisted Living.
When Disclaimer bought this rundown assisted living home, he bit off more than he could chew. With the housekeeping. Is that a rat? The customer service. That's me giving you the finger. And the repairs. The plumbing is a mess. Solve that problem. Bucket, bitches. Now this grouchy grandpa is going to need assistance from family and friends.
Hello? Oh, hell no.
Are there any adults in this room?
Yeah, Tyler Perry's Assisted Living. New series. Wednesday, September 2nd at 9 on BET. When this...
Okay, so that's September 7th, 9 o'clock on BET.
2 shows. The first premiere will be showing 2 shows. It will air after House of Pain, and
Okay.
I'm thinking they're gonna have they're having all new episodes. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna show 2 episodes too.
Yeah, all right, that's great.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah, so you were supposed to do something else with the money, but you buy an assisted living.
My
facility.
wife passed away, and the premise of the show, my wife passed away, gave me the money to give to my grandson.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money. Of course, Benny, the character that I played, did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
He bought a rundown retirement home. And when you see this place, it's like hoarders. It's the way they made this set is like unbelievable. And then, in the end, you got to watch it to find out what happens. But the way they made the set, it was just rundown. Benny has a
hook. I saw you like Captain Hook.
That's so Benny can get more money from disability.
Oh, okay. He's making
That's one
fun.
of the secrets I'm giving you. And the other premise is he grows weed in the backyard. There's weed.
Wow.
And you got to watch.
Is it medicinal? Is it medicinal?
It's for Benny. Benny.
Is to help him with his hook?
Yeah, Benny smokes weed, grows weed, cusses a lot on and off the set. And Miss Tamala Man is the peacekeeper. And David and I'm like his
Nemesis, or maybe.
Yeah.
So what's the premise of them coming in? Who are they to the
reason they come in because I spent all the money I don't want to give it away, but I spent all the money and he comes in as you got to watch it.
Okay, I was just wondering what's the relationship? Are y'all related in the show?
I thought it was making me so mad when people would come on the show. And now here I am going, you got to watch. You just got to watch. I'm really excited to do because the story for me getting this part was it was unbelievable. It was
right.
My agent said, I got a part for you. And if you know me personally and you need to put that sign up, where's Jay? She would call me to go on audition and I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. She's like,
why?
Jay, number one, I wouldn't do good in audition. I can really act. I can, acting is not, but the audition part would just scare me and I get nervous.
Right.
Get the part. So it would get frustrating that I would see something on television that I could audition for, and I knew if I got it, like for Drumline, I auditioned for Drumline.
Right, and you got it.
Yeah, but the reason I got Drumline was not because of the acting, it was because they needed somebody who could play drums, and I can play drums.
Right.
So they needed a drummer, and when I auditioned, they said, "Can you play?" And yes, I played the drums. But anyway, so she called me up and she says, "You got to go audition for this Tyler Perry show." She says, "This is you." I said, "I ain't doing it. I'm not gonna do it." She said, "Jay, please just go. I'm not doing it." She said, "This is you."
And it was because you don't like doing auditions. That's why you didn't want to audition.
Auditions. I just don't. A lot of times I've gotten things because they wanted me to be in it, which is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up doing a good job. But Hollywood is like that. So anyway, I go. I get the sides. Sides are parts of the script for people who don't know what the sides are. Sides are parts of the script. I get it, and I call my buddy James House, who's like my acting coach whenever I get anything. And I said, I don't want to do this. And we go over it on the phone. By the way, he lives in Atlanta. So we kind of Skype, not Skype, FaceTime. So we could
FaceTime. Mm-hmm.
And I did it. And then I go to the audition. And there's 2 other people in there before me. Now, so I'm listening. And I hear the first guy. I'm like, he ain't got it. I know he ain't going to get it.
Anybody we know? Was it anybody we know?
No, they don't know him. But I can hear them audition. And I can
Right. No, I'm saying the people.
No.
Okay, anybody. Okay.
And so I hear the second guy, and I go, he ain't got it. So I go in and I nail it. I mean, I was Vinny. I was just lose.
So let me ask you something. When you did the run through, when you did the read through with the guy on Skype, you said on FaceTime, did you feel good about the read through?
Yeah, because I'm not in front of anybody, so I can do that.
Right.
It's just that when you get in front of people, I get nervous.
Yeah.
I get nervous doing stand up. Every time I'm on stage, I get nervous. When I did Columbia, I was scared S-less. It's like I can hear people introducing me, and I'm like, I don't want to go out there. It's just, and then I'll go out and I have a good time. So anyway, I do the audition, and they call me to do the last show of Tom Joyner.
Right.
Said, would you come on and do it? I said, yeah.
Because at this point, you had already left Tom. You were working with Steve.
I'd already left and working with Steve.
Right. And Tom had announced his retirement, so they were doing those final shows.
So they said, would you come on and do the show? I said, yeah. I go on. We have a great time. It was fun. Just Sybil and Tom and Mara J, George, everybody. We just had fun. One of the guests on the show was Mr. Tyler.
Mr. Tyler Perry.
Mr. Tyler Perry.
And you have to call him Mr. Tyler Perry because
once
now he pays you.
Working for him, he's Mr. Tyler Perry.
Right. He's Mr. Tyler Perry who signs my check.
Signs my check. Nice check, by the way, too. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry.
So anyway, he pays well, huh? He pays well.
He pays very well, yeah. And he treats you very nice. It's very, very nice. Anyway, so he comes on as a guest. We do the Madea, we laugh and yap. And I knew I did the audition.
Right. So because you knew you knew what you were auditioning for.
I knew which was his show.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, do I ask him on the air about the show and put him on blast?
Right.
Do I wait till it's over with? I said, you know what? I'll wait till it's over with. Because that's just, I hear people do that all the time. They'll put them, hey, can you got a part for me?
Yeah.
And you can do it that way. Sometimes it works. But for me, I chose to wait till the interview was over. And I said, Mr. Perry, no, it was Tyler.
It was Tyler. You were working there. You was calling him Tyler at that point.
I ain't got check yet. So I said, I auditioned. I said, I hear you got a new show coming out. You think I could speak to someone about getting a part on the show? Because I auditioned. He said, Jay, you didn't audition for this. I said, yes, I did. He said, who'd you audition with? And I told him who I auditioned with. Mm-hmm. He said, oh, okay. He kind of chuckled. And then 2 days later, they called me and told me I got the part.
Yeah. And did you ever go back to Tyler and say, thank you?
Yes. Every day.
You still thanking him. The show's over.
He would say, you have thanked me enough. Thank you.
Right. Because you know that he put in a word for you. Although you really felt like you did a good audition.
Oh, I knew that when I did the audition that I may not get the part, but I did a great audition.
Right.
Now, a lot of times you'll go do an audition, you go, I did a good audition. Where did I get? So at that particular time, all I wanted to do was have a good audition. And since I had a good audition, I felt good. And I told my manager at that time, I said, I had a good audition. She said, how'd it go? And then she started calling me. She said, they said you did really good. I said, I told you I did good.
Right.
It was just that character, Vinny, was just.
It was made for you. It was made for you. Yeah. So Jay, let me ask you this. So had your manager or your agent heard from anyone but in those 2 days? They didn't.
Hollywood is like this. You do an audition. If we don't call you, don't call us.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Okay? Don't call us. Yeah, do not call because, how did it go?
We'll call you if we need you.
We call you. If they don't call you, and then
they don't need you.
You didn't get it. You didn't get it.
Yeah.
And so from being, for me, I had a radio show and I was able to go do stand-up.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, okay, I'm going to do good. And if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. I'm really thankful I get it. So when I started to take that attitude toward auditioning, number one, I could relax more, that meaning, oh, I got to get it, and I know that a lot of actors and actresses go through that. They got to get it, not to get it, just to get it because they're good, but they got to survive off of it.
Yeah.
You got to live, so I'm really, really thankful. I think it's going to do real good. I had a blast doing it. It was so much fun. And get this, I only thought I was going to do 9 shows.
Right. 9 episodes.
9 episodes.
Out of how many episodes are there? Oh, wow.
So when I get there, I said, so I'm working every day since I'm doing 9 episodes. And the lady, I can't think of it, who gave me the script, she said, what are you talking about 9? You're doing 23. I'm like, what? And then they give you all the scripts one day. It's like a shot. No, there's no way I can learn this.
Well, Jay, put a pause on it right there, because I want to talk more about the that process of how you get ready for shows. I want to talk about how the number of shows affects your paycheck. Because like you thought, it's going to be 9, so it was this amount. It's going to be 23. Yeah. And I also want to talk to you about, and think about this, now that you are in that Tyler Perry ensemble, what that may mean. So we're going to come right back and talk to J. Anthony Brown more. But first, we're going to take this small commercial break on Coping with COVID. I'm Tre Tailor. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Coping with COVID is brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. Also, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Center. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their life. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Center at agapects.com. And Columbia Housing Authority. The agency is looking for stories from former residents of Allen Benedict Court to retain some of the property's rich history. In its 80-year life, Allen Benedict Court has been home to some of the country's elite, including a Grammy Award-winning performer, corporate executives, national television celebrities, a host of doctors, lawyers, and NBA greats. So share your pictures, mementos, and memories at chcares@chasc.org. Coping with COVID, brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Columbia Housing Authority, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connection.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
The rich 80-year history of Allen Benedict Court in many ways parallels the history of the entire Midlands area. Allen Benedict Court has special meaning to so many Columbia citizens who grew up there, worked in area jobs, and attended area schools. In coming weeks, as we prepare for demolition, Columbia Housing will actively seek out people who lived at Allen Benedict Court to tell their stories and share their memories. We appreciate those of you who we've already heard from, and we look forward to hearing from others. If you know of people you think our communications team should reach out to, let us know. Meanwhile, we will look for you to help us tell the story.
Hey there, I'm Tre Tailor. You're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It is the first day of school for many people, and it is Fun Day Monday with J. Anthony Brown. Jay joins us again from LA. He's been telling us about his new show. Well, he said it's not his show, but Jay, it's called Assisted Living. Tamala and David Mann and some other people, Jay doesn't know their names, but it is... If you recognize them, I
want these people for 3 months, but I don't want them to feel bad, because when we had Nikki on last week, there were people I worked with over at the Tom Joyner Show for 20 years. I did not know. I gave them a nickname. I couldn't remember the nickname, but I couldn't remember their name. You know, there was New Guy. The guy had been there 8 years. I still called him New Guy. The Nugget Lover. I found out
wow.
the Nugget Lover was a guy that we teased her that she dated guys that, you know, wore nugget jewelry. I'm sure.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I was wondering where you were going.
I'm sure you dated a guy that likes nugget jewelry. I'm sure you.
I don't even think I know what nugget jewelry is.
It's an old clumpy ass clumpy jewelry. Let me show you. I'll show you.
You got some nugget jewelry?
Every man over 50 has some nugget jewelry.
Jay's going to get his nugget jewelry. His nugget jewelries. All right, y'all. Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor. It's Fun Day Monday with Jay Anthony Brown. We've been talking to Jay about his new show on the Tyler on the BET network, and Jay was saying that he doesn't remember people's names, and he used to call someone Nugget Guy. That's nugget jewelry. Okay. Yeah. No, turn it over. Yeah. Okay. That's nugget jewelry.
Nugget jewelry. Nugget. Yeah.
And okay, so it's big clunky, big
gaudy, real gaudy, right? Anyway,
right.
So there was a lady on there, Andrea, who was a Christian, but we found out that she had a gun. I call her the gun runner. Nikki called her Nick Wood. So you have the names of the people, and
and you do not.
I cannot. I have them right here. I can read them, but I can't remember.
All right, go ahead and read them. You want to read them?
Okay, yes. Hold on, I'll find them.
These are the people that are on the show with Jay, Assisted Living. Now, Jay says it's not his show, but Jay, if the premise of the show is you took the money from your grandson that your grandson was supposed to have to buy the thing, the assisted living facility, to me, that show is about you and the assisted living facility.
Nope, not listening.
Now listen, I ain't never made a movie, but I just think, don't y'all think so? If the show is about you buying the facility, why wouldn't the show be it's your show? Or So Jay, so you said you thought you were going to do 9 episodes, but
I thought I was going to do 9 episodes. James House, like I said, James House, whenever I got something that involved me acting, I would take House with me.
Right.
He's a writer, director, producer. So he's, the very first play I got a play. I got this play and I called I panicked because they give you the whole play. I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot.
He said, you don't have to learn the whole play. You just have to learn your part.
Yeah.
It was very helpful, in terms of we put all the script, and we would do 3 shows a day. He break all the scripts down and he said, just learn scene by scene. Learn
right.
And so, I stopped, partaking. I just, that way. I stopped drinking.
So that you can focus, because you wanted to focus.
And the most important thing for me, I did not want to be I was the oldest person on the set. I did not want to be the old guy on the set who didn't know his lines.
Gotcha.
So I really put the work in.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Jay.
Yeah, because I'm like, they'll be like, oh my God, where y'all get grandpa from? Oh, God.
Not only that, I'm sure you thought you had already asked Tyler. Tyler looked out. You felt like he looked out. So I'm sure you didn't want to disappoint him either.
I didn't want to go there and not be good. So I put the work in. When I say I put the work in, and I did the radio show. I was
doing it at the same time.
Yeah, so I had my, the equipment, my Comrex. I took that to Atlanta because we taped in Atlanta, and I could do that show because we'd be finished by 6 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, and we taped at 6, so at 6 in the morning, and so we finished. On the days that I didn't shoot, we didn't go into 10, so that gave me a chance to do the show. So anyway, it worked.
Jay, let me ask you a couple of questions about the whole process. So you said you thought you were going to do 9 shows. You ended up doing 23 out of the 25 episodes. So do the number of episodes determine how much money you get paid? Do you get paid per episode?
They say they're going to give you XYZ per episode. You do more episodes, you're going to get that particular amount per episode.
Okay, that's cool.
Great. That's great. Okay, here we go. Naheem Lynn. Courtney Nichols. Taylor Buck, Alex Henderson, David and Tamla Mann, and yours truly, Jay Anthony Brown. It airs Wednesday. They're going to show 2 episodes. back to back. And it's going to be followed by, we're following House of Pain.
House of Pain, right.
They do 25 shows too. So these are 25 new shows.
Yeah.
So it was weird that on the day that we were taping, House of Pain would tape, and then he would direct House of Pain and then come over and direct our show.
Wow. Wow. So a couple of more things. Now, Tyler Perry is known to kind of have an ensemble. There are people that he uses over and over again, kind of like Spike Lee. Spike Lee did the same thing. There was a time when, Spike Lee was doing a lot of movies and you knew certain people were going to be in a Spike Lee movie. So are you hoping or thinking?
Definitely. Because first of all, the way it ends, I just see that we could do more episodes. I'm praying that we do more episodes. He's known for doing a lot of episodes.
Yes.
The show. So
because this is a pilot. This is a pilot, right? Which means
we have the pilot that you're going to see. We did 25 shows.
Okay. So it's So it's a full season.
It's a full season. It's actually maybe 2 seasons. The way they shoot it. Because stuff would air again. So I would love to be a part of and come back and continue the battle that me and Mr. Man and we click.
You have you have a chemistry.
It was so hard for him to be, ragging on me and not. Mr. Perry had to say, "Jay, stop laughing," or I would crack him up, or we would crack the setup, or the camera people would laugh real loud. So it was
because you said a lot of the exchange between you and him was just off the cuff. It was very it wasn't scripted.
It was scripted. We had a script. But we were allowed to improv and put words.
That's good.
There's one scene where Tamala Mann is singing, and they say, "Oh, she's very good." Yeah. So my character is supposed to say, "She's not that good to me." In fact, she's not that good to me. That's all I was supposed to say. So what I added was, "She's not that good to me. She'd never be singing with Kirk Franklin." God, right. And they actually sung with her.
Right.
What was God's people? What was the name of God's?
It was God's Property. God's Property.
She'd never be with God's Property. Kurt Franklin, Kurt Franklin, God's littlest Christian. He's so small you can put him right in your neck. When Mr. Perry said, "Did you just say it?" I said, "Yes, sir, that's what I said." I said, because I would say it on the radio. He said, "It's golden. We keeping it." So it was that type of camaraderie that we would have. And then there was stuff, once I found that I could ad-lib, there were times that I would just go too far. We're not.
That's too much. Pull it back in.
We're not using that, Jay. We're not.
But thanks, but no thanks. Jay Anthony Brown joins us on Fun Day Monday. He's telling us about his experience on the set of Assisted Living, his new show that was produced and directed by Tyler Perry. Next Wednesday. Now you said, Jay,
this Wednesday.
You said the 7th.
No. If I did, that was wrong. It's the 2nd.
The 2nd. Oh, maybe you said the 2nd, and I thought you said the 7th.
Okay. Yeah, it comes on this Wednesday at 9:00.
Yeah. Hoover Johnson says, "Hey, what's up to Trey and Jay?" Hey, Hoover, thanks for watching.
What up, Hoover?
Listen, so here's the other thing. You said, Jay, that working on a Tyler Perry set, you said that it's a great set. They take care of you. God. How is it different than another set? How does he really take care of you?
Black. It is so, it's like.
Well, but Jay, now, what does that mean? Because that could, depending on what you're talking about, that could be.
Meaning black camera people.
Oh, okay.
Driving bus, black people.
That's good.
Ooh, black technical people, black.
So he employs a lot of brothers and sisters, yeah.
Oh my God. I've been doing this for a long time. I really have. I've been in LA almost 30 years. Yeah. I worked on Arsenio Hall. I worked on Sinbad's show. I worked on D.L. Hughley's show, Steve Harvey's show. And no disrespect to them.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes they don't have that power.
Exactly. Yeah.
And make it as black as the show is on television.
Right.
There were times when you would see black shows and they had all white writers.
Right.
That's not impossible.
Well, you know what? It's interesting you should say that because in the beginning of the show, we were talking about Chad. And one of the things he said, I don't know if you heard him during that Howard University commencement speech. He said that when he first started out, he was on a soap, All My Children, and he was playing a thug, quote unquote. And they said they loved his character. They loved how he portrayed it. They brought him in to a meeting because they said, you're going to be here a long time. But then he started saying, wanted to know more about the character. Why is the character a thug? Where's his mother? Where's his father? He was asking a lot of questions. And after he taped that one, that was his last episode. Well, the point was, he was saying there were not a lot of people of color that were represented in Hollywood to tell Black stories. Hey, Aretha,
right.
thanks for joining us. Mm-hmm.
And who's you yelling at?
Aretha Carlson. She says, "Hey, Aretha,
Hey,
look
Aretha.
how she spells her Aretha, Auretha, Aretha." But she was named after Aretha Franklin.
But she didn't want the connection, so she wanted to spell it differently.
Well, her mama did that.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. All right, leave it alone. Right?
Right. Auretha.
Anyway, and the reason being is because Hollywood didn't have to.
Right.
They never had to. There would be Black comedians or Black people who would get shows, and the room is white. They got all right writers. They got right cameramen.
Telling Black stories.
Telling Black stories. And if Black Lives Matter and Black Stories Matter, it has changed. And Mr. Tyler Perry changed that. He totally changed that.
Well, he owns it. It's his thing. Yeah.
He owns it. And, shouts out to Miss Oprah Winfrey. She did the same.
Yes, absolutely.
It was the same thing, And so it was a great feeling to be there, and the way a day works, a typical day is like this. And most shows that you do in Hollywood, you have what is called a table read. Mm-hmm. You take the script, you read it around the room, and then
with all the other actors,
and then the people who wrote it, the white guys who wrote it, will laugh at everything they wrote.
Right.
You hear them laughing, because I wrote that. I thought I made it Black.
But sometimes it doesn't even connect with you or your character or what someone of color would say.
Not only that, they would be such a stickler to the words that they wrote.
Wow.
That wouldn't let you change it, even if it didn't feel right. Or cut, the word is then, and you said the, meaning, how we talk, we're not always phonetically correct. And so a lot of times we would change a word just for the flow of it, but because it was them and they wrote it and that was their job.
Right.
Mr. Perry didn't do that. If it fit in your mouth and you could say it and it got a laugh, he would let you say it. And that was the beauty of working with us on a show like that. I mean, because I knew some of the stuff me and Mr. Mann said, we were just ripping off each other, and it was a lot of fun. But we had a roadmap to go through that Mr. Perry gave us already.
Right. You had a structure of go here, but you could, you had the liberty of kind of go.
Like I said, a lot of times I'd go, we're not using that. We're gonna
and you'd hear him in your ear.
Yes, it was fun.
Stick to the script, Jay. Aretha says she loves the education. Thank you, Aretha, so much. Hoover Johnson says that he's glad that you're doing much better, Jay. He said he was diagnosed with terminal cancer 15 years ago. He says he keeps you in his prayers. To God be the glory. Thank you, Hoover.
Hoover, that sucks. I'm glad you're better. You see what I did there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks. I'm glad you're better.
Oh, Hoover. Oh, yeah. Done. I didn't get it, but I got it now. Hoover, did you get that? Did anybody else get that?
Everybody got it.
Went over your head. It went over your head. All right. So September, this Wednesday night on BET, Tyler Perry's Assisted Living with Jay Anthony.
No, I will not watch it.
You won't watch it? You don't
watch myself.
You have a hard time watching yourself. Have you seen it at all? Have you seen it? Will you see it?
No, I won't. I can't. I haven't seen all of Drumline. I never watched it.
So you don't want to, or you just don't like seeing yourself?
I get so critical of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? And listen, I'm gonna.
Hoover
He said he got it. He said he got it. Yeah, he said.
He's heard jokes like that before. It ain't his first time.
Well, being Hoover, I'm sure he has. Yeah, he said he got it. So, Jay, I get what you're saying now. What I'm getting ready to say is not on the level of you, but when I, being in radio, I'll listen back to an air check or doing this show. I'll watch back every day, and I hate watching it, but I have to watch it because I want to perfect it. I want to see what I did right, what I did wrong, so that I could do better. So, Hoover said, "Watch out there now."
Watch out there now.
Watch out there now.
Hey, watch out there.
Day now.
Yeah, like that.
Day.
Over there.
Nah.
Put that over there. Over there. Oh, yeah.
Jay, how did you come up with that saying?
Okay.
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
You don't want to say it was
no. David Horowitz, who was a segment producer on the Arsenio Hall show, worked on the Arsenio Hall show. You ever work someplace and you had that cool white dude?
Yes.
David Horowitz is the cool white dude.
Aretha is a cool white lady. Aretha is.
Okay, but then David Horowitz is a cool white dude. So we would, and it was weird because there was a lot of white things that I liked, like I like Elvis. I like Sinatra.
I love Sinatra.
I am. Who sings that? I am.
Is that Tony Bennett?
No, not Tony Bennett. I'll think of his name in a minute. But anyway,
okay. I am.
He takes me to a hockey game. He said, "Have you ever been to a hockey game?" I said, "No, I've never been to a hockey game." So he takes me to a hockey game. True story. As we're going to the hockey game, we're walking from the parking lot. There's a black man that passes me, and he says, "What's up?" He said, "What's out there, young fella?" That's exactly what he said.
He said, "Watch out there, young fella."
Watch out there, young fella. And I said, "See, David, that's how older men speak." And he said, they go, "Watch out," like my dad would go, "Watch." And younger guys, they don't really, do that. They just go,
right. They don't even say that. Yeah, sup,
so
S-U-P.
I put that in my act and I started doing it on stage. All right. I go to do Def Jam. And Def Jam is set up where they had to see your first joke and your last joke. So they would know when to zoom in and pull out.
Right.
So I did a joke about, you ever know those people who don't have teeth in the mouth when they laugh? That was going to be one of my jokes.
Right.
The MC stole my joke at the shoot. He stole it.
The toothless joke? He told the toothless joke?
He stole it. I'm sitting there. I'm getting ready to go on, and he did the damn joke. Okay,
wow.
maybe he could have had the joke before I did mine, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he stole it. Okay? There's two things that could have happened. He could have had it before, or two, I put up for your exhibit.
Right, sir.
Yes, law and order. Dum dum. You know what I mean? So anyway, he did that joke. Okay, I'm saying and so now I can't do the joke. I got to come up with something else.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
I can't go out and be mad. Because they don't know who I am.
Exactly.
Nobody in the song. No, he stole my joke. I was gonna do. You can't do that.
Right.
So there's a basement where we were taping. This is true. I go in the basement and I pray. I said, Lord, I pray, Lord, just let me be calm. Just let me calm down. Because I was mad. I was
of course. Yeah.
And when you're in an argument, if you're mad, you ain't thinking.
You're not thinking.
You ever notice that when women go, "Well, I done told you to give that." Okay, David, calm down.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, well, why are you yelling? I'm upset. Well, I'm not upset.
And that just makes people more angry, but
they're thinking you ain't thinking.
Right, no, because you're screaming.
I said, Lord, I just gotta let me calm down. Just let me calm down. So I put the watch out there now. I said I switched it, and I hadn't even planned to do the joke. I switched the watch out there now joke
to the beginning. Okay.
In my act, I put that in my act, and I'm telling you, if you watch the video, I have only watched it twice. When I did watch out there, the audience, and this was back in the day when Wesley Snipes was there, Heavy D was there. I mean, the audience, like It was the show to watch.
Yeah.
Not only a show to watch, it was a show to be at for the taping because everybody was killer. There was no comedy. It wasn't saturated like it is now. Where you
right.
The internet,
you go to a comedy club, yeah.
And I did that joke and the shaking the kids, and it just clicked. It killed. It just the audience. I never got a reaction like that from that joke.
Wow.
And it became my hook, and that's how it came about.
Wow. Watch out there now.
Watch out there now. If I had, you know how people say, if I had, I'm telling you, I've heard it.
Because that's how people come at you, right? They come at you. Watch out there now.
I've been in the restroom where they see me and they're linked. Hey, watch that. You mean that? Watch out there now. and if you don't say it right, they get upset. You know, because they say it. Watch out there now. No, give it to me. Let me have it. Watch
right, you have to say it with the whole watch out there now.
Watch out there now. That's what I'm talking about.
You got to put your whole body in it.
Yeah, let me give it to me right now. You know, can I finish using the restroom first?
Right.
And wash my hands and I'll do it all for you.
I'm eating my pickle pig feet right now. Can you just give
it was classic. And so what happened was after that, Tom decided to put all the people who had an outstanding set on Def Jam on the Tom Jonas show. Anybody who, you know, he put Steve on, he put Dale Gibbons, he put you know, Bernie Mac, me. And Bernie Mac said, I ain't scared of you.
That was his thing. Yeah.
That was it. But that came from the first comedian who he came behind, bombed. I mean, when I say bombed, he bombed. He just, and I won't say his name because he's a real good guy, but he bombed. And then Bernie Mac came, I ain't scared of you, mother. I ain't, you know, and
yeah. I loved Bernie Mac. I just thought he was such, you know who else I thought was good? Robin Harris. I thought both of them just gone too soon.
Comedy Act Theater, right? And that's what and Trey, I'm telling you, when I first started doing comedy, I only played white clubs.
Right.
I could not perform.
Really? Again, was that because you just felt like, you know, because we're tough crowd. So you didn't.
I've been doing comedy 15 years, and I never went to clubs where it was all black people. So I moved to LA, and I go to the Comedy Act Theater, and it's all black, and I would die. I would.
Right.
I was so bad. But then for me, I said to myself, I gotta learn to perform for my people.
Absolutely. Well, you want to be versatile. You want to be able to perform for all people, you know? Because look,
here's the thing. That's if you're a black comedian. If you're a white comedian, you may never have to perform in front of a black audience.
You're right. Yeah.
Ever. There's no that. So for me, it made me a better comic, and it definitely made me a better writer.
Yeah. You know? Michelle T.T. Jacob says Melanie Camachi is good too. She said,
I love Melanie. I love her.
And she also says those Def Jam performances were classic.
They are classic.
Hey, Cheryl Lee, thank you so much. We've got to go. We got a couple of more minutes, but Aretha wants to know, what do you feel about the writing on Black AF? Have you watched that, Black AF?
I'm not a fan of that show. I'm just not. You like it? Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but I mean, look, obviously I don't watch a lot of TV. Anyway, I digress. Hoover Johnson says, that why you like white women?
That's not why I like white women. I just like white women, okay? Can I say something about white women? Can I just say this?
Go right ahead.
And then when I say it, it's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference because people believe what they want to believe.
You're right.
I have never married a white woman.
Have you ever dated a white woman?
That's not what I'm trying to say. Okay?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to ask.
Yes, I've dated a white woman, but the white woman joke that we would do on the Tom Jonas show, it was a joke.
It was a joke.
It was in the first rule. The first rule of improv, if you know anybody who does improv, is when something is thrown at you, you deal with it. Don't go, oh man, you can't make it work.
Right,
so started teasing me about dating women. I'm like, yeah. And now that I put that out there, ain't nobody gonna believe me. You know, and let me tell you, when we would do the Sky shows, women would come up to me and say, "I know you like white women." Anyway, this is great, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Jamal wants
so
you to
much.
do. Oh no, thank you so much for coming on every Monday, bringing different people. Thank you for the people who you get to come and they don't come like
No,
today.
all right, like today.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Felicia Mead was supposed to join us.
I gotta say this.
Okay.
The Housing Authority lady, please contact me at janthonybrown1@me.com. janthonybrown1.
I gave her your information.
Because they're tearing it down, and I want some bricks. I want P5. That's where it all happened.
P5. Yeah, I told Cynthia. I asked Cynthia to call you, but I'll tell her again.
Yes.
Yeah. Eric, Messiah. Eric, he just look at what Eric just asked. Eric.
What?
He just said that. He just told that whole story, Eric. But thank you for asking. He just told the whole story. You're about 30 seconds too late. But
It's
Eric,
like the guy that shows up at the party when it's so what y'all talking about?
Yeah. Oh no, just like the listener who call a radio station and say, "Can you play Silent Night by the Temptations?" It just went off. It just went off. It just went off.
We just played it.
I just played it. Where you been? Oh, that's okay, Eric. Eric, watch the replay. He just told the whole story.
Yeah, watch the replay.
Michelle T.T. Jacobs said, "Watch the replay, Eric." Eric, you're in luck. At least you know you can get the answer to your question right now. Yeah. J. Anthony Brown joins us every Monday.
Next Monday. And I have another guest for you.
Well,
that will show up.
Felicia
and I'd like to try to maybe book her again because
Felicia Mead, who is the African-American horror movie filmmaker, and she's working with you, Jay, on some comedy stuff, her first comedy stuff. She was supposed to be on the show. She did text and say she apologized. She's on the West Coast, as you are, Jay. But
she needs to get a sign too. Where's Felicia? But make her one. Let me see that sign again.
Oh, you want to see it again? Hold on, I'll get it back up for you. Where's Jay? Oh, there you go. Sierra Artemis, one of our producers, she put that together because sometimes Jay is, sometimes he's not. But I have to say, thank you so much, because what people don't know is I just called you and said, I just wanted Jay, to do one show about how he felt going back into, and into large arenas. And he said, I'll do one show, but can I do every week? I was like, yes, you can. So Jay.
Well, that's what Tom used to say about me on the Tom Jones show. They said, well, where did Jay come from? And Tom would say, Jay just showed up one day and never left. No.
And never left. He just. But we appreciate you. We're so proud of you. Looking forward to Wednesday night, Assisted Living. Don't forget to watch it. Assisted Living with J. Anthony Brown. He's in 23 and 20.
To find out what you think about the show.
You want to come back Thursday?
I'll call back Thursday. And that's George's day. Who's on Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah, you're thinking about now George doesn't have a day yet, but he might.
He might, yeah. If he find out I got a day, he gonna want a day. Watch.
You know what's coming on Thursday? The lady from the state fair is coming because this year they're going to do a drive-through fair because of COVID. You can drive through and get some food. You can't, ride any rides. And then
hot sauce at the fair.
That would be great. Thursday, come on in and let talk to her about it.
What's the date of the fair? What's
the date again, Lauren? It's October. Can you throw it back up? Throw the October 20th through the 21st.
Oh, okay.
Say? Yeah. So it's a drive-through fair this year because of COVID. So you can drive through and get your eat on. Get your
only 2 days. That's kind of unfair.
Well, no, because I guess they're figuring, it's usually 10 days, but that's the whole thing.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Because right now, the only thing they're going to do is now you can you'll just be able to get the food. You can get, you can get your fried Oreos and your elephant ear and your big old turkey wings.
You get your cholesterol up real high.
That's right. You're going to be able to eat. You're going to be able to eat, so. Yeah.
Right,
hey, thank you guys so much for joining us again on Coping with COVID. J. Anthony Brown joins us every Fun Day Monday. And Jay, we thank you so much for joining us. Hey, don't forget.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jay. Don't forget tomorrow, Mignon Clyburn joins us. She's going to talk about how internet in African-American communities divides us. Also, another local filmmaker talks about his groundbreaking new film, Son of a Preacher Man. That's tomorrow. And then Wellness Wednesday with In It Together, we're going to talk about childhood obesity with Dr. Ada Stewart, and also yoga for you and the kids. Thursday, Jay says he's coming back on to talk about the first ever drive-through state fair. And if you didn't get the right amount on your stimulus check and you want to know what's going on with the new stimulus check, Kadena Javis with Javis Tax Service is going to join us. And then on Friday, it's Faith Friday with Minister Tony G. All that and so much more coming up this week on Coping with COVID. Now, if you have a story that could help someone cope with COVID, please, 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 Jay, don't go anywhere. Maybe you can do can you do a church announcement to close us out, Jay? Yeah, can you do a church? You think you'll get something together, and I'm gonna do a couple of things. Yeah, maybe you can leave us with a church announcement. Some of Jamal asked for that. So if you know someone, if you have a story that can help someone cope with COVID, please go to Tailor Made Productions and inbox me. If you have a product or service that could help someone cope with COVID, please email copingwithtretailer@gmail.com. We would love to get you on the air to represent you and your company, just like our other sponsors, SCDHEC, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, Columbia Housing Authority, and Palmetto Media Connections. As always, don't forget tomorrow, we're going to start our birthday giveaways. That's right. It's my birthday next month, but you get the prizes, as we've got a lot of great prizes for you. We've got a Coping with COVID reusable mask, 10 disposable masks, Sabrini body butter, gift certificates from New York High Styling, European Wax Center, and Deneen, the Coffee Queen, your Jesus Always sampler. And Jay's going to give you some stuff from his company, Hotter Than a Mofo. That begins tomorrow and every day in September. That's right here on Coping with COVID. Eric says he's proud of me private. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Eric. All right. That's right. HI. All right, Jay. Leave us with
I only have one.
Okay. We just need one. Come on.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you my church announcement music that I used to use.
Oh, yes. That would be good. That would be good. Okay. We just need one. Just one church announcement.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. These are today's church announcements. It's not nice to start a morning without saying good morning, everybody. What are you clicking? What is that clicking?
I'm working the board. I'm working the board.
There's a lookalike contest being held at the church this weekend, and the women who look like Bernie Mac will meet in meeting room 5. Meeting room 5. The fat vegetarians will be. I'm not finished yet. The fat vegetarians will be having a cookout as to how to make broccoli smell like pork chops. If you have an auntie that has a mustache and would like to have, why are you laughing? And who don't have an auntie that has a mustache?
I don't think I have one.
If you have an auntie that has a mustache and would like to get grooming tips, please meet Deacon Holloway in room 7. Also, the last church announcement, the Henpeck Men's meeting has been canceled. The Henpeck Men's meeting has been canceled. Their wives won't let them come. Anyway, this has been today's church announcements. It's always in parting. We like to say good morning, everybody.
J. Anthony Brown, thank you so much. Or good morning, everybody.
Coping with COVID is brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. Also, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Center. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their life. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Center at agapects.com. And Columbia Housing Authority. The agency is looking for stories from former residents of Allen Benedict Court to retain some of the property's rich history. In its 80-year life, Allen Benedict Court has been home to some of the country's elite, including a Grammy Award-winning performer, corporate executives, national television celebrities, a host of doctors, lawyers, and NBA greats. So share your pictures, mementos, and memories at chcares@chasc.org. Coping with COVID, brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Columbia Housing Authority, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connection.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.